What's up, YouTube? I'm going to show you how to put on the Desolate Motorsports D44 long stud kit. Haven't seen really anything on it on YouTube, so I figured I'd do a quick video. I've done a bunch of these and they're pretty easy. All right, here we go. This is essentially what comes in the kit. There's 10 of these. There's 5 studs here, 5 lugs, and the drill bit. Okay, what you want to do is jack it up, get the wheel off the ground, and pull the lugs off. Next, I'm going to take these 2 bolts out, the caliper bolts. Okay, caliper off and just kind of set it back in there. Okay. So before anything, I put these washers on here, put some lugs on, and that keeps the hat from falling off. Cool thing about these cab caps is you undo all these screws, cap comes off, pull out this little C-clip right there, and this little guy just comes out. So once that clips out, that comes out, then you just get your socket. It's your standard D44 socket. That goes on there. Bust that thing loose. First one comes out flat. Okay, take a little magnet, put it on there so you can get that little guy out. So the second one has a little bump. You can see it. That goes into the second plate that has all these little holes. Now, this thing should just come off. Mine has this stupid indicator ring here, so I have to pop it off. You can knock it out with these studs down in here, and it should just pop right off. Okay, normally I would use a brass punch like this guy to go right on top of there, but I'm not going to be reusing these, so I'm just going to tap them out. So my goal, if you keep pounding it, it'll pop this little ring off right there. So as you can see, they're loose. You're just going to keep popping them until the ABS ring comes off. So here we go. Goes. There's your ring. So the reason why I keep these bolted on here is when I drill these out, I want these things to be as straight as I possibly can, so that when I get the new sockets in, they work. Sorry, the new studs in. So I go over those little holes right there with some sandpaper. And then you take the new studs, put them in, and you'll just kind of bang them in. So I'll take the back of this and just slowly tap them in. They'll self-center themselves. Okay, come back in a minute. So once they're pushed through, they're good and solid. Now what I do is I put another nut on here, and that way this doesn't separate. So that's why I put the nuts on there. So take these 2 off, pound those through. I'll probably put another one on here just because I don't want to separate it back here. And then should be good to go. Now is a great time to pop that seal out and do your wheel bearings and get them all nice and greased up. So then I tighten all the lug nuts down, make sure everything is pulled through. You're going to want to make sure, look on the back, and make sure that all those things are fully seated. So putting it back is just like how we took it apart. Got the bearing in there. Next, so you take one of the bump, you get that one started. And I like to hand tighten it in just to make sure the threads are really fine. Okay, so I use this, get it about as close as I can, get it fairly tight. It's kind of hard to do, but tighten it to where it can't go anymore. Okay, there, it's tight. Now I give it a couple spins, and I tighten it up again. Spin it, Okay, so it's good, nice and tight. Now for the next one. So as you're tightening this, give it a couple spins, make sure it spins all right, and really try to get that bearing tight. And then once it's good and tight, you're gonna back it off like a quarter turn. There. Couple spins, no binding, nothing. Okay. Next, we've got this little thing with the little keyway. I put the flat side towards where that little bump is. Should go right where that bump is. So right there is actually the little nub. I don't know if you can see it. There's a hollow that's sitting right in there. You want to make sure that that's tight and that's in there. You can give it a spin too, make sure everything's spinning properly. All good. Next, you're going to take that guy. You can put that in there. So what I do now is I use the impact and I really blast this thing on there. There, that way that thing is super on there and isn't gonna go anywhere. Okay, so I put the cap back on, Loctited these, the little blue Loctite, and torque down all my lugs. And that's about it. What I do recommend is after about 3 miles of driving, 3 to 5 miles, re-torque them all down again. Make sure that everything's tight. Sometimes they haven't seated all the way, and just driving on the road will wobble them around. So anyway, that's it, and good luck on yours.